Hello, my name is Rachel. I play tenor sax and I'm going to be a junior. And today I'm just going to show you guys some of the basic fundamental stuff and some of the stuff you're going to need to know for band camp so that you can get a little bit of a jump start ahead and know a little bit better what you're doing once we get there. The first thing we're going to go over is at ease. This is basically just a general stance. We use at ease a lot at the beginning or end of drills that we're working on during practices or when we're waiting around for parades to start. So there's not really much to this, just kind of stay in a general area of where you need to be. So when you're called to parade rest, which is what we're going to talk about next, you can jump into it quick and you're not too far away from where you need to be. The second thing we're going to talk about is parade rest, which is what I just mentioned. So this is when you hear a long tweet on the whistle, so it's just going to be like tweet, and it's just a long note. And so what you do is you get into your spot, and you take your left hand and you put it in the small of your back. You stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, and then you just keep your head down and you just stand like this. And your right hand will be in the thumb rest of your sax, and you'll just hold it like this, and you just stay still. Like that. The next thing is attention, so that comes after parade rest. So when you're standing in parade rest like this, you'll hear tweet, 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 and you go and up. Sometimes you'll see people moving a little bit before because some instruments have more complex moves than us, but literally all saxophones have to do is slide up. So on and, you'll stay still. You just say and then on up, you come up. Everything stays the same except you're moving your feet in. So you have like pizza feet, leave a little bit of an angle, and then your left hand comes up from behind your back and holds on the keys here. The next thing is horns up. So we use this a lot, mainly during the Star Spangled Banner. So when we're in our formation during pregame, whoever's conducting will say band horns up, and then you'll stay still for and again, and then you go and up, and you'll just point your horn to wherever the conductor is, so you're just facing them. So like generally I think saxophones are like to the left of the conductor, so you just go and up and you'll face to your right, or if you're on the right side then you'll face to your left, whichever way it is. And then band horns down, it's pretty similar. When you're up at the end of like Star Spangled Banner, which is when we usually use it, you'll go, the conductor will say band horns down, and then you go and down. So it'll be like band horns down and down, and it's just like that. So the next thing we're gonna go over is mark time. We use this a lot when we're like marching forward or getting ready to march forward, like at the beginning of parades, or sometimes you'll mark time when we're just standing there during a drill when you're stationary in one position. So basically what it'll look like, I'll do it once and then I'll break it down. It'll be like mark time, mark up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you just repeat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what it is when you say mark time, mark, your left leg comes up, and then when it goes down and your right leg comes up, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. So you're basically just marching in place. A couple things to note are make sure your toes are getting pointed straight down towards the ground, and then make sure your knees are like up to your hip height. So it's basically a tabletop position, so you could set something on there and it's not going to move. That's something you can work on. So the last thing I'm going to go over is forward march. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's when you're given the command to march forward. But there's a couple different ways you can do it. The first one I'm going to go over is from attention. So you're standing there, your pizza feet, both hands on the saxophone, you're looking straight ahead, and you're going to hear forward march, and your left foot's going to come out and you're going to go out. Your heel goes down first, you roll forward, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So it's going to be forward march, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Okay. So then the next one is out of a mark time. So you just have to listen for that cue. And then I'm going to do an example real quick, and then I'm going to break it down a little more. So it's going to be mark time, mark up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, I'm sorry I went out of frame on that, but basically what you're going to do is you're going into your mark time, and then you're going to listen for the cue, and if you hear Mr. Wiley or Stump say, or whoever you're listening to for commands, say forward march when you're doing that, so you're going to listen for that, and when you're doing your mark time, you do up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and instead of saying 7, 8, you're going to say forward, and then when your left foot comes up again, you're going to take a step down like we did, like when you slide out from just attention, but you're going to place your foot down with your heel down first, and you're going to roll forward into your step, and you're just going to continue on like that. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, you can find a way to reach out to me or any of the upperclassmen. You can ask Mr. Wiley for our emails, or you can find us however you wish to. So there you go. I hope this was helpful.